Hello, and welcome to Tom's Family Worship. Thank you so much for joining me today. I got a story for you. I've told you several stories that have taken place in Fenton Forest. I got another one for you, and I think you're going to like it. One day in Fenton Forest, after an especially big storm, well, to tell you the truth, it was a series of storms, Crashing Creek, which went right down through the middle of the forest, flooded its banks, and the water was rushing so fast that none of the animals could cross from one side to the other. Gruff Bear thought, I'm big, I'm strong. I can just swim across. And he really wanted to because his favorite berries were on the other side. But every time he tried to swim across the creek, the current would push him back on the other side. No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't get across. Bucky Beaver looked at him and thought, that silly bear, I can build things. I'll build a bridge so everyone can get across. But there was a problem. Even though Bucky Beaver was really good at building things, the creek was too big for him to do it alone. Every time he tried to set some branches or a trunk up across the river, it would get washed away. And then there was the problem of materials. He just didn't have enough. Well, Wise Old Owl saw how everybody was trying to do it all by themselves and failing, and he called a meeting. Bucky, he said, you're great at building things, but you need help to finish this bridge. Gruff, you're strong, but you can't beat the river on your own. Why don't we all work together and see what we can do? Getting into the spirit of things, Lightfoot Deer spoke up and she said, oh man, I can help. I'm fast. I can run all over the forest, and I can scout out materials and help people bring them back. You see, Lightfoot Deer had long, strong legs. She could leap over rocks and fallen trees, and then she could tell Gruff where the heaviest ones were so he could bring them. And as she pointed out the logs and the heavy logs for Gruff to bring, Bucky Beaver was getting the things that he needed so he could start building the bridge from the base up. And as they were working together, other animals joined in. Scamper Squirrel brought in some small sticks, while Jackie Jay and some of the other birds helped Lightfoot Deer scout out the best logs. Even the rabbits hopped around to find vines to tie everything together. Bucky showed them where each piece should go, and together they started building the bridge. As they worked together, Bucky noticed something amazing. The bridge was coming together much faster than if he worked alone. Wise Old Owl flew over, and he perched on a nearby branch. You see, Bucky, he said, when we all use our strengths and work as a team, we can do great things. What seems impossible on our own becomes possible when we help each other. Finally, after many hard days of teamwork, the great bridge of Crashing Creek was finished. The animals cheered as they crossed the bridge for the first time. Thanks to Bucky's building skills, Lightfoot's speed, and Jackie Jay's scouting, the strength of Gruff Bear, and the whole forest working together as a team, they made something happen that would help everyone for years to come. Have you ever had a project or a problem that seemed too big to solve on your own, but you are a little too stubborn to ask for help? Sometimes we all need help, and that's okay. When we work together, each person's strengths can make the job easier. Can you think of a time when you had to work together as a team to get something done, either at home or at school or in your neighborhood? What did you learn from working together? Dear God, thank you so much that you put people around us to help us to do the jobs that you give us to do. Help us this week as we work together with our friends and with our families. Thank you so much that you put friends and family around us to help us and to encourage us and to help us to be able to do things we could never do on our own. Help us to be willing to ask for help, and thank you that you are always with us, helping us along the way. Amen. The animals of Fenton Forest learned that working together helps them achieve things they couldn't do alone. The same is true for you and for me. So next time you face a big challenge, remember the great bridge of Crashing Creek and how teamwork can turn a big problem into a solution. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Tom Gearing, and this is Tom's Family Worship. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.